Okay. I know everybody's thinking this right now, okay? I am wearing the same shirt again. How ironic, he can keep his inventory clean, but not his wardrobe. Just kidding. Welcome back, everybody, to the third and final video of this video series for inventory cleanup or inventory management for Lost Ark. This one will be an all-encompassing video featuring the other two videos, but in a more generalized, quick manner. So if you haven't seen the other two videos, I suggest you check them out. They will be somewhere on the screen here. I don't know where it is. I am new to YouTube. So let's get started. For the first part of this video, let's go over the backbone of what this video aims to accomplish, which is auto-dismantle settings. So we access this by pressing I, bottom left dismantle, bottom left auto-dismantle. Now, in the previous videos, I was saying all of this first half, or it's closer to like 3/4, is all standard for accounts above 1370 in eye level. So to dissect this and make sense of this, the reason why is because below 1370, you want to make sure that all your armor and your weapon, they're all unchecked, because you want to keep all those armor pieces and weapons for the first time, and then you can dismantle it later, but you want to keep it because that's the only way you progress. 1370 and above, that means that you have definitely gotten your Argos gear, you are all ready to actually get into Lost Ark. Before that, you aren't even really playing the game. And yeah, and then why is all the accessories, ability stones, amulets, why are all those standard? Well, simply because if it isn't something useful to you, which is what we aim to accomplish, we auto-dismantle stuff that isn't useful, then you want to just dismantle it, and that's why it's all standard. Everything that is useless is being dismantled based on our auto-dismantle settings. And then obviously relic or below, because that's the highest we have right now. In the April update, we'll have ancient gear, so this will change then. And then tier 3 or below, because you don't actually play the game properly until you've reached tier 3. And again, that's the highest. And then item quality and auto-dismantle, both of these are just standard. And then for the stats, well, swiftness, crit, and spec are really the only ones that are worth selling. Expertise, endurance, domination, even if you get the best, the 100 quality earring, 100 quality necklace, crit, swift, but then it has expertise, endurance, or domination, that's it. You just like, that's maybe if you're lucky at most, like, you know, 2k gold. And even then, for you to be that insanely lucky from a Chaos Gate or from a Guardian Raid to get such a rare accessory, for it to own such a rare necklace even, because if you were to get an earring, it's 100 quality, grudge 3, master summoner 5, but then it's domination, endurance, expertise. That's just not even gonna sell for like 500 gold probably. Maybe even 1000 gold, who knows? At complete most. That's why always make sure swiftness, crit, and spec are the only 3. Otherwise, you're just cluttering your inventory for a 0.00001% chance. Don't quote me on the mathematics and statistics of that, please. So that is the first part of this auto-dismantle configuration. For the second part, so we're just gonna combine what we learned from the two other videos. This one is checked on. This one is saying exclude stuff from being auto-dismantled based on our skill tree notification settings. This one is saying that we want to keep everything that we haven't leveled up in our tripods yet. This is definitely off because we don't care about that unless you're a completionist player. And even then, I feel like that may just be a colossal waste of your time. If you enjoy leveling up all your tripods, you know, you really love your character so much, you want to make sure your character has every single thing, like in every future update, your character is set, then sure, I would check this on, but I don't feel like it's worth it because more likely than not, there are way more useless tripods than useful ones, and even in future updates, you usually know beforehand and you have enough time to get the tripods whenever they're changed. So this is off. And then this last checkbox here is from the favorite engravings video. Here we are saying exclude the accessories, we're dismantling them all, however, exclude accessories that have our favorite engravings and here you set whether it's 1 favorite engraving, this one, or 2 favorite engraving, which is this one. Strongly recommend having it at 2, otherwise you're just chasing that 0.0001% chance of a perfect 100 quality earring or necklace of Master Summoner, 5 crit, swift, 1 malice, defense reduction, fortitude, or some other lightning fury. And then even then that'll sell for not that much. That is already so incredibly rare. So yeah, I feel like you will just end up cluttering your inventory way too much if you do that. So the final thing pertaining to your inventory, we're just going to close these up, go back to your inventory. Towards the bottom left here, fuse gems. So before I explain it, I just want to say that my recommendations for your fuse gem settings will depend on your character's progression with gems. Everyone is different, however this one is really easy to track, unlike tripods where it can get really messy really fast. So here, for the sake of this presentation, the catastrophe damage, I have a level 2 one here, and you can see that with a level 7 one, you can obviously see this icon that it can be leveled up, like that. So for any of your new alts, what I recommend for your fuse gem settings, and you go this to bottom left, auto fuse settings, what I would recommend, always have this as tier 3. Most tier 2 gems aren't that useful unless your character for some reason was stuck in tier 2 for a while. So tier 3, and for a new account, what I'd suggest is either 2 or 3, and you would just keep on looking through your gems just so you can set up the base skeleton of your gem page, so that once you have all the gems set up, all of this gem page is set up like how it is. There aren't any empty slots unless you're a support, in which case you only care about cooldown ones anyways. Then you can then change your auto fuse settings from 2 or 3, and I recommend, well, 2 can get really cluttered really fast, but you can really finish, you know, setting the baseline for your gems quickly. 3 if you're a bit more lazy, and then you change it to 5, and you will likely keep it at 5 for the longest time. The reason for this, and I'll just show my remote storage here, you start to accumulate all these level 5 gems that you can start using on different alts. And then it makes it way easier for you to do that. And I'll go over this. It's not that mandatory, but I have seen some people have issues with this for some reason, especially newer players or newer alts that sometimes just get really random bugs, because this is a well-coded game, that you will press Alt-P to go to your pet menu, and towards the bottom left of whichever pet you have summoned, you're just gonna have this auto loot items, and you're just gonna make sure all of these are selected, and you just want your pet to auto loot everything. It's very important that it auto loots everything. Some people, for some reason, made it only loot relic gear, but I mean, you know, if you just set up your auto-dismantle settings correctly, as we have here, you don't have to worry about that. Like, all the gear, or most of the gear you're getting is, you know, could be useless if you got like unlucky engravings together, like a support one and a combat one, but you know, for the most part you're fine. Some people do like making it tier 3 and then relic, but yeah, I don't know, I'm not a fan of that. I just like the default, and I think the default even does this for us. Yep, it does. So yeah, just in case you aren't picking up gear for some reason, or you're just extra lazy, there you go. Now, I have talked about this in greater detail in the first video. Check it out somewhere on the screen here. Again, maybe not, I don't know. You're gonna press Alt-I, and this will take you to your engravings menu. I already have my favorite engraving selected. This is how mine looks like here on my gunslinger. And please do not forget to track both class engravings, no matter what. Track both class engravings. You could be missing out on some very easy money. It's already really rare to be getting class engraving drops in general. In the other video, I went over the notification settings here, but this will be on 2+, that's what I recommend. And then for you to know the list of engravings, you're gonna have to check out the other video. And once again, the pros of the favorite engravings is Chaos Dungeons, and from your Guardian raids, auto-dismantle is handling it for you. And then for your weekly raids, you just get this fun little icon to the top right here to know whether an accessory is even worth looking at or not. No icon, then you just hit dismantle. If not, then you look at it. And then dismantle afterwards because you probably got pretty unlucky. And then a super quick overview of the tripods. To access it, you go press K, go to settings here. Before you get into the settings, just remember you can go to your community guide of the class you are playing, check out all the random builds, all the tripods for those builds and everything, track what you want to track, and then in the settings, STN effects is always on. Do not go for the other one unless you're a completionist player. My gunslinger is maxed out, hence why it's at 5. This check mark is always on unless it's a brand new account. If you are a newer account but not brand new, this is probably 3. If you're, somewhere between 1445 to 1475, somewhere along those lines, it's probably 3 or 4. I'm assuming 4. And yeah, mine is maxed out, so it's at 5. And thus concludes the end of this 3-part video series I had planned for this. I hope if you were a new player that this was some valuable information to you, and it will give you better access to game knowledge. So, you get into the game and you know quite a bit more now. And if you're a veteran player, then I hope this was still valuable to you. Maybe you were too lazy to look this up. Maybe you just generally, just couldn't be bothered doing any of these settings. So hopefully this paved the way for you and you'll be able to do the settings and happy grinding. If this video was helpful to you, please consider liking the video. Maybe consider subscribing. There are a lot more videos that I have planned. So much is going to be coming to this channel within the next few weeks, so hopefully I'll be seeing you then, and maybe even check out my Twitch if you like how cringy I am. Anyways, that's all from me. Thank you everybody for watching, and bye!